Welcome to another episode of Ozfish. Welcome aboard the bass boat. Let's get some. Yeah, I'm out fishing the next couple of afternoons. I'm doing some trolling and flicking some soft plastics. I'm on the troll heading south down towards some of my southern snapper grounds. Got a few fish down there the other day. A fair bit of swell today. Might went from the east-southeast because yeah, we had a howling southerly come through yesterday. Yeah, I'm hoping for a big fish today. So anyway, let's see what happens. It's about 2:30 in the day. Sometimes I have hit a few random fish early in the day in the troll. I hit them the other day about 3:30 in the afternoon, way south, right on the tide change. So it's a late tide change today, it's 8:30 at night or something like that. So anyway, trolling away, bouncing up and down, no other boats out. Yeah, early in the week. Let's see what happens, man. Let's see if I can sting a big one. I want a big one. First fish of the day on the troll. Definitely not what I'm after. Oh, he was a horse. Fish on the trolling rod. Oh, feels like a snapper. Like to see that other rod go off. Yeah, I've just backed the drag off a bit because I've got the boat going ahead, you know, so I want to have him gently swimming towards me. Yeah, baby, first snapper of the day. Really beautiful panny, you know, like probably maybe 45. Beautiful eating fish. Well, I got absolutely belted coming home against the wind and the swell. Just changed profile laws and coming a little bit closer. Gonna troll all the way home. See if I can get a fish on the way home. Wind's blowing me around a little bit. Gotta pulse out a bit so I don't lose my lure. Smaller a pile of deep tail dancer on it. Oh, gets down about 31 foot. I'm showing 32 foot. I'm going to pulse out. Plenty of bait on the sounder. So yeah, it's really bizarre. Like, I've caught fish trolling both ways. Normally when I get them trolling going this way, probably against the current, it's normally been pretty calm and the seas have been pretty good. So I'm not quite sure when it's really rough and you're going against it. You've got to pick the speed up a little bit to compensate for the wind and the swell. Anyway, let's see what happens between now and home. Welcome to the bass boat. Dave here, let's get some. I'm out early today, day 2. I've been getting belted lately by really bad weather from about 4 o'clock till 6 o'clock in this really small boat. So weather's a lot better today. The wind's going to come from the northwest and north, so it'll allow me to cover some ground and go sort of south safely. Lately I've been heading way south and getting caught out in some really bad weather in the bass boat, so it's not really a good strategy. The thing to do is, in a really tiny boat, is to really watch your weather windows, and if the wind's going to come from the northeast or hard from the east or southeast, quite often what you do is, rather than me going way south and getting belted, and then in that prime time, that last hour and a half before dark, I'm so far south I'm having to start to punch home. I'm missing that prime time. There's fish south, but I just can't stay there till dark because I need to come home with some light, tacking across the swells and being able to dodge those waves in the bass boat. So on good days, on westerlies, yeah, I can go far south as I want, and I can actually, if I'm on fish way south, I'm confident to come home in the pitch black dark, just zigzagging, no dramas. But in that really rough weather, what I'm going to start doing is, working close to the home and just, really sort of working those areas like that, maximising my fishing time, really where I can fish in those prime bite windows. I don't have to worry about running up the coast for 45 minutes, missing out on them fish. So I'm going to do some trolling and plastic fishing like normal today. But what I'm going to do is, the last 6 weeks or so, I've been doing lots and lots and lots of trolling because I've just been trying to sort of master that technique, and I'm pretty happy now with the technique of trolling and the things that I'm kind of doing, and I'm able to catch on the troll reasonably consistently, so but the last 3 months there just hasn't been a big flush of fish off the coast, so it's a bit hard to tell what's actually more effective. Is it more effective to cover ground trolling, catching fish, or soft plastics, way more effective than trolling? I don't know, time will tell. One thing I do notice about trolling is, you will get a lot of good quality fish on the troll. For some reason, them big fish, them big strong fish, yeah, they love to smash on the troll. So I think the way to fish, really, when you're combining trolling and plastic fishing, is at the moment, in my stage of development, is do some trolling runs, soft plastic fish like you always have, go a bit wider, see if there's any fish there. As the sun starts to come down, try to sort of follow those fish into the coast, right into the coast, and that's the way to do. Not to spend hours and hours and hours and hours trolling. Mix it up a bit, do trolling runs, plastic fish, troll and run here and there. But I'm going to keep an eye on the tide change. I think there's a tide change around about 2:30 today, so I'm just going to sort of troll through that tide change and see whether the fish come on the chew a bit on that tide change on the troll. So actually, yeah, I'm right on a tide change now. Tide change is around about 2 p.m. It's about 2 p.m. now. So anyway, let's see what happens. I've come out a bit earlier today, and what I've been doing is like, I've been working out like a trolling run around the big bommy and that sort of thing, like where I live. I want to be able to actually set my lures, come in and get as close as I can to the walls of that bommy as I can without losing my lures. So far doing this, I've lost about 5 lures trying to work it out. So today I've been a little bit more conservative. So what I've done is I've worked out where the southern edge of the reef is and where the eastern edge of the reef is, and now I'm going to see east of kind of like where it is, setting my lures at about 74 feet, getting those 2 lures in, trolling in west, and then going hard south, and I'm sort of coming down along the edge of those ledges and see if I can pick up a fish like that. That's what we used to do when we were pro fishing all the time, like we would take big risks and we would shoot away and we would push it and push it and push it until we could work out how close we could get the gear to the edge of the reef. could we work out gaps between the reef? Could we get right along the edge of wrecks and things like that? And of course we ripped a lot of nets and did a lot of damage, but in the end it paid off, and you will catch a lot of fish doing that, and that's what we did, and we were very successful in the 80s catching fish like that. So I kind of like treat it like shots. As a professional fisherman, I shoot away, and I'm using really a combination of old school landmarks because I'm so close in, and a bit of combination of, you know, my sounder and GPS marks, but a lot of landmarks off the coast, and I'm shooting away, and I'm just trying to work out a really nice shot side that bombing down, trying to pick them fish up on the edge. And so far I'm able to do that now, not lose any lures, which is really good. And so it enables me to fish pretty much straight away, you know, as soon as I come around the heads I'm fishing, which is really good. One of the things that I do, you know, it doesn't matter what sort of fishing I'm doing, I'm a real minimalist sort of guy, so I don't carry too many rods, you know, like in the boat. I just don't, I've got a little boat, I don't like to clutter it up with too many rods and kind of confuse myself. So, you know, I'm out doing a combination of snapper trolling and plastic fishing. So all I'm carrying is 4 rods. 2 trolling rods, and I'm just carrying 2 soft plastic rods. That's all I'm carrying in the boat. These are versatile. If I come across salmon and different things, I can build plastics to them and catch them, so it's really versatile. And I like to have a clean, uncluttered deck to fight fish, so all I carry is this blue box, and it just carries everything nice and snug in there. 1 box with some metals, some jig heads, 1 box with some very basic plastics, you know, 5-inch jerk shads, 4-inch jerk shads, a couple of little slots for a bit of play around with some Z-Man paddle tails and things like that. A couple little prawns, that's it. 1 tub with, you know, 3 and 4-inch gulp prawns. Yeah, everything just tucks away in that box. And 1 box with assortment of trolling lures. And that is all I am carrying. Desk. So yeah, what I have is a really nice, uncluttered, sort of like fishing deck, you know. 4 rods, minimal lures, some trolling lures. I'm a believer in power fishing, man, you know. All the lures that I'm carrying have belted me hundreds of fish in the past. I know that if I find the fish on the coast, yeah, what's going to happen is, you know, like, I'll catch them, you know. If I can find them, I'll catch them with those lures. Look, it's something on the trolling rod. Whenever I hook up on the trolling rod, my immediate reaction always is to look in on the coast, and yeah, I've got all these, you know, like things that I recognise on the coast as, you know, good spots for trolling. I'm out pretty wide and 53 feet, you know, so wasn't a big screaming snapper strike, but could be a big Sargent Baker. You get some absolutely horse-sized Baker run you down on the lures. When you're fishing in calm weather, oh, it's epic. So easy to fish, control 2 rods. Big horse Sargent Baker. It's amazing, really hit me out in 53 foot of water. So I reckon oh baby, it's a pretty decent Sargent Baker. Beautiful fish. The most epic fins on them, and really incredible colours. A much underrated predator in the ocean. Incredible. Smash that lure, you know, 53 feet. I reckon this lure's getting down about 43 feet, so you know, they're up in the water column zooming around, and mate, they just smash it. I've got a lot more respect for the Sargent Baker, mate, than I used to have when I was plastic fishing. Trolling, man. He's an animal. Oh, well, that's a Sargent Baker on the new rod. Sargent Bakers, they're just getting bigger, bro. There's some horses. Damn, that wind. It's coming almost north now. Gonna swing round to the northeast. Gonna pull my trolling rods in and punch home early and fish in a smaller area close to home so I don't get bashed. Okay, well, she got a little bit nautical there for a while. Wind was howling, punched a long way towards home. Still blowing a bit, but yeah, I'm close to home now, so I'm not sort of really worried. And got 2 rods out. Gonna risk 2 rods out. It's really nice going down with the wind, the swell. Bitch coming back the other way. Had a couple of drifts in with the plastics and caught 1 Sargent Baker and took the scales off a groper. Thought I had a snag. Smashed him, and yeah, when I got it back I had 2 groper scales on me lure, so a bit unlucky there. But anyway, I'm having a bit of a troll down with the wind. See what happens. Oh, something on the trolling rod. Better be a snapper. I don't want to get donutted. No. Yeah, Panny, beautiful solid fish. Big bump on his head. He's probably about a 40. Yeah, I'll take him. All right, let's get another one. Beautiful sunset tonight. Awesome. Fishermen, sometimes we win and sometimes we lose, but we never ever give up. And we always keep going back. Till next time.